Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome to our second Sea Power mini naval battle. So last week we started with this mini battle. 4 Soviet Kirov battlecruisers versus 4 US refitted Iowa battleships. It was a real belter of a match. Pretty much all of you guys and myself predicted that the Kirovs were going to win, but somehow, at least on the 4 versus 4, the Iowas won. So, a surprise for all. I read through the comments to take some advice from you guys and also what you wanted for the next match, and you had loads of suggestions. I've chosen what I think would be the next best fight, and that is heavy cruisers, Soviet versus US. So today we'll have 4 US 12,000-ton nuclear-powered Virginia Class heavy cruisers versus 4 Soviet 12,000-ton Slava Class heavy cruisers. Some other feedback from you guys. You said that you want these as long-range tactical battles over several hundred miles. I'm going to push back on these mini battles, class versus class, because they are purely a test of firepower and a test of defence. Don't worry, we will have the long-range tactical battles starting later this week, but they'll be different. Second, because of the way Sea Power works, I have to take control of one of the sides. You said that's unfair because I can put human inputs into one side, but not the others. So for this type of mini battle, you want me to go completely hands-off. So you don't want me moving ships, at least in the missile phase, so that's fine. I'll leave the ships to do whatever they want. If the AI decide to go bow on, they'll go bow on. If they go broadside, they go broadside. To be honest, the AI probably knows better than me anyway. Secondly, you don't want me manually chaffing. You say that the ships under AI control will chaff themselves, and you don't want me interfering with it, so that's fine. I'm basically just going to set it up, push go, and we'll just watch. That's fine. So for today's battle, viewers, I've had to choose a place, and I've decided today to go off Cape Town, South Africa. So whoosh, down here. Nice, simple battle. Red Slavas are here. US Virginias are here. 50 nautical miles in between. Let's look at the vessels. So, Virginia, I've pretty much just discovered. I was aware it was a class, but I was never really interested in it before. But now I've discovered it on Sea Power, I'm really interested, and what a beast of a cruiser this was. I suppose the most interesting thing is its power plant. It's nuclear powered. Now, why was it nuclear powered, viewers? Well, you'll have to tell me that. I don't really know. Presumably to make it a true blue water escort. And that brings up a quick question, viewers. The American carriers, the Nimitz carriers, were all nuclear powered, and that's obviously to make them truly blue water. They can go anywhere, anytime, for as long as they want. But are they really true blue water, viewers? Because surely a carrier can only really go where its escorts can go, because it needs its escorts for survival. And its escorts, apart from ships like this, are traditional powered. So surely the carriers are going to be hamstrung by their traditional powered escorts. If you'd let me know your thoughts on that, I find that quite interesting. So anyway, Virginia class, 1970s, 1980s. 4 were built, and apparently they were very expensive. Just under 12,000 tons. Weapons, first, defence. Main defence, long or medium range, SM-1 MR. Range, actually a rather dismal 25 miles. I didn't realise they were that poor on range. They have anti-submarine mortars, but not going to be relevant for today. Probably the most relevant is their offence today. They have RGM-109B, TASM, anti-ship Tomahawks, with a range of 250 miles. It carries 2 quad-cell launchers, strangely, on the stern of the ship. There they are, facing backwards, so there's missiles launched backwards. As well as that, they have the obligatory RGM-84 harpoons, range 60-70 miles, so well within the range for today's battle. It has them forward amidships, and it has 8 of those. So far, 16 anti-ship missiles. It has Mark 46 torpedo. You guys tell me that this can be used as an anti-shipping torpedo. My understanding is it's only anti-submarine. However, I may have that wrong, so let me know, please. We have 2 Mark 45 5-inch guns, 1 forward, 1 aft, and Seaways, 20 mil, just 2 Seaways, which I found strange for such a big ship, both amidships. And it's a CGN because it's a guided cruiser nuclear powered, and it's my new favourite ship in Sea Power now I've discovered it. On to the Slavas, 11,500 tons, so almost the same tonnage as the Virginia. It's traditional powered. I'm pretty sure 4 were built. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Maybe it's 3, and 1, amazingly, was sunk in 2022, if you remember, by Ukrainian missiles. So these ships have really done their service. In terms of defence, a very impressive SAN-6 Grumble S-300F, range 50 nautical miles, twice that of the Virginia's missiles. As well as that, the Virginia's missiles are fired by 2 twin-arm launchers, whereas the Slava uses VLS, a vertical launch system, which is obviously much superior to the arm launching system. As well as that, it has close range, which may play a part today, SAN-4 Gecko, range 8 miles. I don't know the quantities of those missiles, but I remember they are massive, like 90 or well over 100 defensive missiles. Its main party piece is its anti-ship offense, SSN-12 Sandbox, known as P500 Basalt. Intelligent, supersonic, high-low profile anti-ship missiles. Max velocity 1300 knots, nearly Mach 2. So those will play a big part. Anti-submarine mortar torpedoes, which again I think are anti-submarine only, but let me know. A single turret, twin-barreled AK-30, so near-on 5-inch gun, so same gunnery firepower as the Virginia. And CIWS, they have the AK-630, 6-barreled 30mm, so larger than the American CIWS, but interestingly, rather than 2, they have 6, so much more heavily armed in terms of CIWS. The all-important predictions, who's going to win? Well, let's just try and look at the basic logic. In terms of defense, both have got more missiles than they're ever going to need, but the Slava is launching from true VLS, whereas the Virginia is hamstrung because it's using 2 twin-arm launchers with presumably less fire rate than the Slava. In terms of CIWS, Virginia has just 2 CIWS, 1 port, 1 starboard, whereas the Slava has 6. 2 staggered on the bow, and then the other 4 are midships, so much more heavily defended, the Slava. I wonder why Virginia only had 2 CIWS. In terms of offense, both ships have 16 missiles to launch, but the Slavas travel twice as fast as the American missiles, so I have to favour the Slavas' missiles. So overall, you have to give it to the Slava, but like the Iowa versus the Kirov, the predictions were for the Kirov, and the Iowa won because of its tough armour and ability to soak up the missiles. So we're going to start with 1v1 and then we'll go on to 4v4. A quick look in 3D viewers, here's the mighty Virginia, and what a beast it was. So you can see its twin arm launchers 4 there, and aft there, naval gun there, naval gun there. Its harpoons here, just kind of added on by the looks of it at the last minute, 8 in total. Its tomahawks, strangely, right at the back here, all firing backwards. Its CIWS, which I think is going to be its weak point today because it can only bring 1 to bear per threat. Now that is pretty weak. 1 there and 1 there. Over to the Slava here. I mean, look at that. That really is an attack ship, isn't it? That's designed to sink carriers. We've got its P500s, obviously, in these nacelles here. We've got its guns. Overall, same power pretty much, but it has 2 radar control guns in 1 turret. Its CIWS is where I think its real strong point is because, look, staggered bow CIWS here, so it can take the missiles bow on, so, you know, give it as small radar cross-section as possible and still fully defend, although it looks like it's going to shoot its own mast thing off there. But also, if it needs to go broadside, I suppose it could bring up to 4 defensive CIWS if it went broadside or kind of forward quarter on, and I can't see them. Can you see them? There they are. There, and the other side as well. Long range defense, you've got these massive VLS sets here containing the huge amounts of S-300F, which remember have a range of about 50 miles plus the close-in missiles. Yeah, so real beast. Let's start with the Virginia. We'll let her fire first because she has subsonic missiles. Harpoons out. Tomahawks out. Tomahawks much bigger and longer range than harpoons, obviously. Right, I counted 4 harpoons and 4 tomahawks. We better reply to that. Oh, today I'm playing as the Russians. You guys said I have to split my time between Russians and Americans, and you know, that's fair, obviously. Right, designate hostile, check. Set. Weapon free, check. Watch this. One question we haven't answered yet, viewers, is why did the Soviets go for supersonic missiles? Why did the Americans go for subsonic missiles? In fact, why is that still a thing? It's a salvo 5. I can control the salvo quantities, viewers, if I just pause there. I'm learning the game, obviously, as well as you guys. I can control 2, 4, or 8. But again, going back to your idea, these mini battles, you want them fair. So I'm not going to interfere. If he wants to fire 5, let's let him fire 5. Sorry, is that 5 or 6? No, that's 5. Speed, 780 knots, but they'll speed up when they descend. It's nice to have a bit of terrain. You can see the hook is caped down there. Right, now they speed up 1,300 knots to make that about Mark 1.7. Right, oh, Virginia is firing SM-1, which can be used as an anti-shipping missile, I've recently discovered. Missiles have gone into line of rest formation and they're being taken out now. They are not invulnerable. Another one down. Only 2 missiles remaining. Amazing. You never know what you're going to get in these battles, viewers. It's why there's so many random variables going on. Like in DCS, you just cannot predict what's going to happen. Naval gunnery going up. Interestingly, she's gone broadside to open up her Seawiz and her naval guns. That's all AI controlled. She's hit! She's hit! Wow! She beat 4 missiles with her SM-1, her shaft cloud, and her naval guns, but 1 got through, and that's all you need with a missile of the size of the P500, is 1 to get through. And she's burning because she's hostile. I can't see her damage, but I cannot see her surviving that. Such a big warhead near the waterline. Right, amazing work. Let's go and have a look at the overview now. So, the American missiles, where are they? Oh, and he's already fired. Slava's already firing her next salvo. So, not only do these missiles have longer ranges than the American missiles, which isn't relevant today, but they essentially have a better rate of fire because, you know, they travel 50 miles so much quicker. Well, it's not gone black on the map yet, which means she's still alive, which means her damage control crews can get to work, but I personally think that's just too big a fire. Right, here come the vampires. Yeah, that was the magazine going up. This is the S300. Boom, 1 down. Boom, 2 down. I want Virginia to win today, viewers. I prefer it to Slava for many reasons, but I feel we're outgunned today. Another one taken down. That's a Tomahawk. Now, pause. Remember I said, to be fair, we're going to allow the ships to decide their own fighting style. And interestingly, the Slava's gone bow on, as Russian ships tend to, probably because of the Seawiz mixed with the ability to make the ships smaller, basically. And the American ship went broadside, so interesting differences there. Naval gunnery with airburst. Shaft is out. Seawiz is out. 1 Tomahawk down. Tomahawk's going to get through. Tomahawk through. Oh, right on the antenna array. Are any more going to get through? That naval gun blasting away. Amazingly, I think it survived with only a midships hit. Oh dear. That's it. 2 got through. Right, let me find out. Oh, pause. Sorry, viewers, I missed this next thing. Now, is it still defending itself or is its systems down? All the systems, defensive systems, are fully modelled in this game, so it's lost its systems, it's lost its sea whiz. Oh my goodness! Oh! Viewers, I mean, what do you want me to say? That was absolutely, it's sinking already now. Wow. Right, the Slava, let's have a look at its damage. Alright, you know what? As I said, the way the missiles hit, where they hit, is all modelled. That's a cool thing about this game as compared to DCS. So it's got all, you know, its defensive systems are out. Its sea whizzes are gone. Its antennas are all gone. So it's not going to be doing any fighting. It's not going to be firing any missiles. Its anti-submarine is gone. Yeah, all of its defensive measures are gone. Its propulsion is damaged. But what it's not is a dead ship. It can get back to port now because it's, you know, it's obviously still sailing at 13 knots. And it's not sinking. So, because why? Well, because the missiles hit the antenna array here, which made it a non-fighting ship, but didn't sink the ship. Whereas, obviously, poor old Virginia took full structural damage, and that's the end of Virginia. Very sad to see. All right, a brilliant first 1v1. Easy, well, moderately easy win for the Slava. Let's try 4v4. All right, same thing. We'll let the Americans fire first. It's not going to make any difference at all in the way it pans out. I didn't count that time, but I'm estimating that's 8 missiles from each ship. They seem to fire 8 of these ships. That's 32 missiles out. Let's go and do our response. Fire! I'm going to guess 5 from each ship.
7, 0, 0, 2. 7, 0, 0, 3. 7, 0, 0, 5.
Alright. Wow, look at that. So, 32 American missiles, 20 Soviet missiles. Yeah, I get a feeling no one is going to survive this. I was watching the Americans and they've deliberately turned, AIs deliberately turn side on. Can you see them turning? They're deliberately going to the side like that to unleash all of their weapons. So that's the difference between an American ship and a Soviet ship. The Soviets go bow on, the Americans go broadside to open up their weaponry. I wonder why that's designed like that. Right, here we go. Okay, here's the Searcher missile, so they stayed up high till the last minute. Two missiles through. No, sorry, one missile through. One ship out. Oh, are the missiles all gone for one ship? That's it. Wow. You know what? That really shows the power of Aegis. So, of 20 missiles, I didn't count, but I think, what, 4 got through? So 16, I think, were taken out by the Aegis SM-1. You know what? I did not expect that at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're just firing the next bunch of missiles now. But that is, the majority of the missiles were actually taken out. That is actually a surprise to me. Now, one, Virginia is down, but it survived an attack, which is the most important thing. Now it's got 32 American missiles, which are about to appear on the horizon for the Russians. So this is by no means over. Annoyingly, this attack usually coincides with the next Russian attack. So I guess we'll concentrate on this. game crashed. Ah, frustrating, damn it. Sorry viewers, we have to start again. Welcome back. I'm using a pre-release version, viewers, and I was told to expect bugs and crashes. That's part of the course, I'm afraid, viewers. So, right, we're rerunning it from the start, so stand by. I apologise if, you know, America just gets wiped out this time, but that's how it goes. I'm not biased or anything. One thing we forgot to look at last time is the terminal manoeuvring. So this stage here, say 20 miles out, 15 miles out, optimum range for the SM1s, they do these little wiggle manoeuvres to make them harder to hit, obviously. Probably harder to track as well. Right, what's going to happen this time? Jesus, the magazine went up. The magazine went up. That's it. Oh, 2 hits, viewers. Oh, no. Oh, dear. That shows the crazy amounts of variables going in. Like DCS, you simply can't just rerun it and have the same result. All of the radars are modelled, there's randomizations modelled, there's environmental effects, all that stuff going on in the background. Each time you run it, you're going to get a different result. I mean, if you run it 100 times, overall the same pattern will develop, but you're not going to get the same fight every time. So, we've lost 2 Virginias, and I saw a magazine go up, so those are sunk. Sorry viewers, that's just how it is, and the next salvos are going out now. I assume the Americans fire their missiles. Yeah, they'll be coming over the horizon soon. Oh dear. What a very, very different fight it's going to be this time. Alright, here we go. Naval gunnery, S-300. Why don't the S-300 missiles fire at 50 miles, viewers? It's because they can only fire when the antennas see the incoming missiles. These are not SM-6. They cannot be guided in by an AWACS. You know, this is 40-year-old, 50-year-old technology. Right, hopefully we won't get a crash this time. I'm tracking the rear of the pack. This time, hopefully it will just help the computer. Okay, so, sorry, I didn't do very good camera work there. This ship here, well, it's clearly no damage. The defensive, exactly as we predicted. Stick 4 more Seawiz on it and a bunch more missiles, it's going to defend itself better, right? Untouched. Untouched. That looks like a magazine's gone. Damage control. Oh yeah, flooding, slight, hull damage, moderate, everything's gone. I doubt we'll be seeing that sailing on, but we'll see. So good hits from the Americans. Oh, it's the problem. I missed the next. I always miss the next. Oh yeah, they've taken out another American ship. We knew what that was going to happen, right? I mean, that was another 20 missiles going in for just 2 ships. But we have. Oh dear. I don't think that's going to survive either. So we've got the Russians, and they're firing more vampires now. The Russians have 3.1 ships. The Americans have 0.5 ships at this point. I guess it was always a one-way mission, viewers. I mean, the good thing is it shows what we found in the technical section. When you add a load more missiles and a load more, ability, a load more Seawiz, all that gumph, you can expect that other side to win, right? Now my question to you guys in response is, oh, hello, I was not expecting that. Well, we know the American ship's about to die because it's got no defence, but what about the Russian ships? Some late arriving Tomahawks. My question to you, viewers, is why? Why are those Soviet ships so much more heavily armed than the American equivalents? Is it because of the job they were designed to do? Is it because Slava was designed to hunt and kill American carriers? Whereas Virginia was designed to defend American carriers. Different jobs, right? It's not over yet. That Slava sunk. Slava did sink, I told you. It's now over. Oh no. I have no idea when these missiles are fired. I didn't even see it. I didn't know it happened, but got to run it through. I doubt they'll survive the S-300 and the naval gunner either. Still going. When did these missiles get fired? Going down swinging. Is that it? Yes, that's definitely it. End result, viewers. I'm afraid we've got 4 nuclear cruisers going to the bottom to pollute the seas around Cape Town. Sorry, Cape Town. We've got 1 Slava that's look at how it's resting on the floor. That is kind of reminiscent of maybe how the real one sunk, right? Maybe they're front heavy. Interesting. And then 3 which are untouched. I guess for the reasons we said, they're just better armed. So 1 win to America, 1 win to Russia or the Soviets. Let me know what you want to see next. I think this is jolly fun and a great learning experience. I hope you enjoyed that, and bye.